Hey there, my fellow crocheters. I'm Melissa. Some call me Mo. Most call me Mo, actually. I am your crochet companion. If you're new, welcome. And if you've been here before, thanks for coming back. It's always great to see a familiar face. Let's dive into something that's going to make your crochet life so much easier. Let's start off with a silly joke. What do you call a row that's both a chain and a stitch? Think about it for just a minute. Do you got it? Or maybe not. A chain reaction. Ba-dum-bum. I know, cheesy. So anyway, today we're working on a different way to start your crochet projects. Foundation rows. We'll be learning how to create both a single crochet foundation row and a double crochet foundation row. These techniques are great game changers for flexibility and a smoother start. Oh my goodness. Where were these my 20 plus years when I started crocheting? I tell you what, those chain starts, they blow my mind, especially when you have to do 50, 500. I don't know if I've ever done that many, but anyway. So by the end of this video, you'll have mastered these foundation rows and know exactly when and where to use them. So grab your hook and let's get started. I've already got mine. Let me move my little project. If you recognize this, this was from my filet crochet video. All right, so we're using our worsted weight, our $1.97 skein of yarn, and we're using our 5mm hook, which is also the equivalent of an H, if you're more familiar with the numbers, or excuse me, the letters. All right, I actually recommend a light color so you can see your stitches clearly, not a dark color. Hook that matches your yarn size, which I've already gone over, the 5mm, the weighted worsted weight, or the medium size yarn. All right, so foundation rolls are like a 2-for-1 deal, a twofer. They combine the chain and the first row of stitches into one seamless step, giving you and your projects more flexible and professional edge. No more wrestling with the tight chains or uneven starting rows. Yay, that's what I'm about. Like I said, where was this 20 some years ago when I started doing crochet? That would have been so much nicer. Let's start with the single crochet foundation row. So we're going to follow. You just follow right along with me. So we're going to start off with doing our slip knot. As usual. Actually, I was just doing that like as if I was doing a magic circle. I think I've been doing some magic circles lately. I don't know why. Just teasing. All right, so we're going to chain 2. And then we're going to do a single crochet in that first stitch. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to insert our stitch. We're going to pull up our loop. We're going to pull yarn over, pull through that first stitch on your hook, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through 2. Now, some of you might need to use a stitch marker to do this at first. When you are looking at this, let me zoom in here. I got it all mixed up now. So we just did this yarn over, pulled through the 1, and then yarn over, pull through 2. Now, when you kind of turn it just to the side, you'll see that there is kind of a V right there. So there's this V, and then this is the second V. We're going to insert our hook into that V right there. Can you see that? Let me get a little bit closer. Then we're going to yarn over. We're going to pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through 2. Now the second stitch will be a lot easier. As you can see, it starts forming a natural looking V, or a braid as you would call it. So now we're going to go through that V. So now we have those 2 strands on our hook. Well, okay, the hook is through those 2 strands. We're going to yarn over, pull through those 2. Then we're going to yarn over, pull through 1 loop, yarn over, pull through 2. So let me go back through that again. I am going to back this up just a little bit. We're going to start over. We're going to do a slip knot first. We're going to chain 2. We're going to insert our hook in that second chain from the hook, or the first chain, whichever way you want to think about it. We're going to yarn over. We're going to pull through that. Then we're going to, we've got those 2 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over again, pull through 1 loop, yarn over, pull through those 2 loops. Now the second one, we're going to look at the side. We're going to find that V. I'm going to put my stitch marker in there so you can see that V. You see that V? All right, we've got that V, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert my hook into that V. We're going to yarn over, pull through. Now we've got 2 strands on our hook. Yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. There you go. Now you've got a wonderful start to your foundation row. Now let me back up a little bit so you can see the full view of it. So you can see from the side, it looks like it's the size and shape of a single crochet. So now what we're going to do is we're going to keep going. I'm going to grab that second one. We're going to look at the side, or excuse me, the top. I'm going to get under both of those strands, if it'll let me. There we go. Got under both of those strands. We're going to yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, and pull through 2. Almost kind of like as if you're doing a weird version of a double crochet, but not quite. We're going to keep doing that. We're going to go on the look at the top. We're going to find those 2 strands that look like a V or a braid. Going to yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1 loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Keep going. So I'm going to make a little bit here so that you can see how quick and easy it is. This is going to blow your mind. I really like this when I have to do a project that I need to crochet on both sides. And what I mean by that is, like, say your project says that you need to crochet half of your project on one end, and then you have to crochet your project on the other end, or flip it around and go back to the other way. Then you're going to have a perfectly, see how it looks like? You've got a perfectly braided area on both top and bottom. That's the wonderful beauty of that. So you can actually do your project, start your project from either end. One of these days I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to get something other than this purple. I don't know why. I just feel like the purple you can see better, even though it's obnoxious yarn. It's so rough and scratchy. Okay, so let me zoom out a little bit so you can see this. Look at how it kind of has a little bit of stretch give to it as well. So, and look at how that, you know how I always say that the first row is fiddly? Not anymore. Not so fiddly. And it's wonderful. Look at that. You got a braid on the top and you got a braid on the bottom. So for this, once you get your foundation row, you're just going to keep on going. So let's say it was a single crochet. You're just going to do your chain 1 and then just keep on going. You're going to find your little braids and do your single crochet across. And you can go the other way too. So if you decide you just want to go the other way, I'm going to, just for giggles purposes, I'm going to crochet down the other end here, and then I'm going to go back the other way on the other side. It's fun to do stuff like that. Now, if you don't need to do that, I wouldn't recommend doing it, but I'm just doing it for funsies. Oop, trying to catch that end there. Get in there. Get in your place there, Mr. End. Dun da da. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just actually going to do a chain, and I'm going to stick a stitch right here. And then I'm going to blow your mind. I'm going to do another chain, and I'm going to stitch a single crochet on the bottom side. Look at that. You just learned something extra that I wasn't planning on teaching today. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Look at how clean and nice it looks. It almost kind of looks like you did a front loop too. See how you got the little ridge right there in the middle? All the way down to the end, and then I'm going to make myself cry and rip it out. And as some crocheters will say, ribbit, 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 because we're ripping it out. And then we have a pile of confetti. Dun da da. And as a new crocheter, I'm sure you'll probably have plenty of times where you're gonna rip it out. Look at that. Isn't that cool? How awesome is that? Woo! All right, so we're gonna rip it out, but first, let's look at this. Look at how smooth and stretchy it is now. And if you want to, you can practice a few more stitches, you know. You don't have to do like I did with the single crochet and everything, but I would just keep on practicing. Make yourself a nice long, like as if you're gonna do a blanket or something. You can just keep on going. I get mesmerized by this single crochet foundation row. Oh, I get just the foundation row period. I just enjoy so much. Oh, breaking my heart. I don't like ripping stuff out. All right, back to the... All right, so now we're going to move on to the double crochet foundation. It's very similar to the single crochet, but a little more height to it. And this also, I'm also going to kind of give you an idea what to do for if you have an HDC, like if you have somebody that did a, they want you to do an HDC for the first row, and then you can make a variable change with the double crochet. So with the double crochet foundation row, you're going to chain 3 to start with. Okay, now let me get a little bit closer so that we don't miss any details here. So now we're going to yarn over. We're going to insert our hook into that very first chain or the third chain from the hook. we're going to yarn over and pull through. And now you see that we have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over, we're going to pull through 1 loop. Still have 3 on our chain, right? Then we're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. Now, you'll see that the braid is much more pronounced on a double crochet. Much more pronounced because it's longer. So we're going to do the same thing in that first spot where we find that braid. So you can see you're looking from the side. We're going to do a yarn over. We're going to insert our hook into that first braid. Going to yarn over, pull through 1 loop, yarn over, pull up, and then yarn over, pull up 1 loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now you're going to start seeing it take its shape here in just a minute. So we're going to do that again. We're going to yarn over, we're going to find our braid. So our braid is right here now. We can just ignore that. Our braid is right here. And we're going to yarn over, pull, put our hook in that braid, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Let's do that again. We're going to yarn over, find our little braid, insert our hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1 loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now let's back up and I'm going to show you in double time. Well, not double time, but in real speed time. So, and it does take practice. It does take practice. So it did take me a few times of doing this to really get that foundation row down. And it gets fun and it gets mesmerizing, and before you know it, you've done 500 of them and you don't know how you did it. You just did. It's so much better than doing that chain. Ugh, that chain is awful. There we go. See how that works? I know my thread was in the way. Okay, now, you see how that is so much higher? Wonderful, right? I absolutely love it. And then we're going to show you the variation of the half double crochet. So it's very similar to the double crochet, but the only difference is that there's one step that we don't take with the half double that we take with the double. So remember how with the double we yarn over, we insert a hook, and then we yarn over and we pull it up, and then we yarn over and pull through 3 loops, right? So let me just do this on the other side here. So this is how we normally do a half double, right? We go through all 3 loops, right? And then the double crochet, we have an extra yarn over in that. So in the same sense of the double crochet foundation row, the half double crochet, and the reason why I didn't promote this is because we don't usually use a half double crochet foundation row very often. So, but I still wanted to make sure that I just kind of threw it in there so you kind of knew what to do if you ever get that. So we're going to insert our hook into that. We're going to yarn over, pull up. We're going to yarn over, pull through that first one. Then we're going to yarn over, pull through all 3 again. So very similar to the double, only the half double, we're not doing that extra, you know how we did the extra like this. No, we're not going to do that. We're just going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Except for I think I just did that one wrong. We're going to yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through all 3. So as you can see from this, you can already see the difference in the height. Oh, I just pulled that too tight, but you can still kind of see the difference in the height. And just like with the single crochet, you can go, you can do a chain of 2. Well, that's kind of weird. I've never really thought about it that way, but I would just do a chain of 2, really. Do a slip stitch and then do a chain of 2 and then carry on. Or you can just go the other way. This is what I usually wind up doing, is that I usually wind up going the other way. So I'll have my double, and then I'll turn, and then I'll just do my double on the other side. So if my double is my foundation row, I go the opposite end of the start because it looks better. The other way kind of looks a little There you go. And just like the other, you can go on the other side. See how you've got the braid on that side and you got the braid on that side. There you go. Pretty simple, easy peasy, right? All right, so you are on a roll now. So foundation rows are perfect for projects where you need a bit more height and, well, excuse me, the foundation's double crochet row is perfect project where you need a bit more height and structure. They make your edges much more cleaner. The foundation rows are perfect for projects that need flexibility, garments or polished start, like scarves or blankets. A couple of tips for success are to keep your tension loose when pulling up those loops and practice on a small swatch until you're confident. So just keep on going until you've got like a chain all the way, or not a chain, but a foundation row from here until the parking lot. In my case, it would be the parking lot. Anyway, great job. You've mastered 2 incredible, well, technically 3 incredible techniques: the single crochet, the half double crochet, and the double crochet foundation row. So amazing work. Your projects are going to take a whole new meaning and a whole new look and feel so much better with those starts. What you will use those foundation rows? Well, I guess that was a question. That was a weird way to ask it. What will you use those foundation rows for? Share your ideas, your questions in the comments. I absolutely would love to hear from you guys. I don't want to hear just crickets out there. I want to actually hear from you and know what you think. You know, am I going too fast? Am I going too slow? Am I doing just right? Maybe you want a certain stitch or a certain project that you want me to show you how to do. That, let me know. Put that all in the comments. All right, next time we'll dive into another exciting crochet technique. I won't give too much of it away, but it kind of looks like waves. So don't miss out on that. So you know that your support, it really does mean the world to me. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and share with your crochet friends. You know, if you got a new friend that wants to learn how to do it, show them, share. Until next time, happy crocheting.